Hello everyone, welcome to the SharePoint Online tutorial. Myself Roslyn and I am working as a SharePoint developer in TS Info Technologies. In this video, we will learn about SharePoint Online highlighted content web part. And these are the headings that we are going to cover in this video. What is SharePoint Online highlighted content web part and how we can configure the highlighted content web part to our modern SharePoint site page. What are the different layouts presented in the highlighted content web part and how we can filter and sort the data in the highlighted content web part. We will cover these headings in this video. Now what is highlighted content web part? And it is a web part to display the content dynamically from various sources like SharePoint document library or from the SharePoint sites or from particular SharePoint site or from the SharePoint site collections or set of SharePoint sites. These are a few sources from where we can display the data dynamically in the highlighted content web part. And we can also display different type of content in the highlighted content web part, like documents we can display or images, pages, videos, news or the upcoming events, tasks, etc. These are the things that we can display in the highlighted content web part in modern SharePoint site pages. And by default, when we add the highlighted content web part, then we can see the most recent documents will be displayed dynamically from the current SharePoint site that we are opened. And if we are displaying the images in the highlighted content web part, then the maximum number that we can display the image is 200. More than 200 images we cannot display it in the highlighted content web part. Now I will show you how to add the highlighted content web part to our modern SharePoint site page. Initially, log in to the Microsoft Home and open the SharePoint site application, and here I am using this communication site page in this example to add and display the data dynamically in the highlighted content web part. Once you open the site pages where you want to add the highlighted content web part, click on the edit icon presented on the right hand side and choose these sections over here. I am going to select one column section here and then click on the plus icon to add a new web part in the column 1 section. Here I am going to add the highlighted content web part. You can see, as I previously said, here by default it is selecting the most recent documents dynamically and displaying it in the highlighted content web part. This is how we can add the highlighted content web part to our modern SharePoint site page. Now we will see how we can edit and configure the highlighted content web part. When we edit the highlighted content web part, by default we can see two options presented in the properties panel. One is filter and the other one is custom query. And under the filter option, if we select the filter, then we can see three more options presented over there. One is content, another one is filter, and sort. The third one is layout option. In the same way, when we select the custom query options, then we can see two more options presented over there. One is query and the other one is layout option. Now I will show this in the modern SharePoint site highlighted content web part. Here you can see, when I click on the edit web part option in the properties panel of highlighted content web part, here you can see two things. One is filter and the other one is custom query. Under filter option, you can see there are three things presented. One is content, another one is filter and sort, and the third one is layouts. In the same way, when I select custom query, you can see two more options presented over there. One is query and the other one is layout. In this video, I am going to explain about the filter section, and these three options we can see how to use. And the first one is content option. And if we select the content option, by default there will be two things. One is source and another one is type. And here you can see under source, by default that is taken from the current site, this site, and there are few more options presented under the source option. In the same way, under type also there are few more things that we can display. Either we can display the content as document or images, events, like I previously explained. And if we choose the documents option, in addition we can also see the document type presented over here. Either we can filter and display as a Word document or the PDF document, etc. And it is also possible to add the content type and add document type to display data dynamically from the SharePoint site. Here you can see under the content option in source section you can see this. These are the options that are presented. One is at this site, which means the current SharePoint site, or a document library on this site. It displays documents from the particular library on this current SharePoint site, or from the site collection or the page library on this site, or we can select the sites that are presented in SharePoint application, or from the all sites we can display the content. Here I am going to choose the select sites option, and I am going to select the communication site page and this site. And when we select the sites, you can see the sites count also presented over here, and what are the sites that we have selected also it's displaying. Either we can select from frequent sites or from the recent sites we can choose. Once the site is selected, in type we can see documents, pages, news, videos, images, events. What the content that we want to display in the highlighted content web part, we can choose accordingly. And if we choose the document option, then in addition we can see the document type presented over here. Here you can see the Word document or Excel, PowerPoint, PDF or OneNote or video we can display in the highlighted content web part. Now if I filter with Word document, only the Word document that are presented in these two sites will be displayed in the highlighted content web part. And we can also add document type over here. If I select Excel, then the Excel sheets that are presented in those sites will be displayed in the highlighted content web part. In the same way, you can also choose PowerPoint, PDF document. If it is presented, then we can see those documents are displayed in the highlighted content web part. And if we add the content type over here, here I am going to choose images. Then images that are presented in those sites will be displayed in the highlighted content web part. Here you can see the most recent document and images are added in the highlighted content web part, and it is showing only the 8 items over here. When you click on the republish icon, the changes will be saved and it will be displayed in the highlighted content web part. Once the web part is published, refresh the page so that you can able to see. When you click see all option, here you can see all the options that are presented here. Here you can see all the documents as well as the images are displayed dynamically in the highlighted content web part in modern SharePoint site page. And this is how we can choose the content source and content type that we want to display in our highlighted content web part. Now we will see how we can filter and sort and display the content in the modern SharePoint site highlighted content web part. And in the filter and sort section, there are various options presented to filter. Like we can filter it by the creator name or the modified by options are presented. And in the same way, we can also sort the highlighted content web part by most viewed document or most recent documents like that. Now I will show you how to filter or sort and display the data dynamically in highlighted content web part. We can filter and sort only in the edit mode. So click on the edit web part icon. In the properties panel, you can see filter and sort option presented over here. Under the filter section, you can see these options are available. One is title include the words. It will search and display the data file dynamically in the highlighted content web part. In the same way, content that include the words recently changed. You can see the web part is dynamically changing, and created by option is there. And we can also select the user, like current user we can select, and modified by. We can also choose users in that. If you want to choose different user, we can also enter their name over here. It will filter and display the data dynamically in the highlighted content web part. We can also have option to add filter over here. And these are the options that are presented under the filter section. In the same way, in sort by option, we can see the options like most recent, most viewed, and we can also see the ascending property managed and the descending property managed trending. Here if I select the most recent option, then it will display the most recently viewed documents or the type that we have choose. If I select most viewed option, then you can see the highlighted content web part changes, and if I select the ascending order, then it changes accordingly. In the same way, if I select descending order, then it sorts and displays the data accordingly. Here I am going to choose the most recent option, and we also have an audience targeting. If you want to enable it, we can enable it, and we can set for the particular user to view the highlighted content web part. And this is how we can filter and sort by option and display the data in highlighted content web part modern SharePoint site. This is how we can use it. And we will see now what are the different layouts that we can display the highlighted content web part in modern SharePoint site pages. When we select the highlighted content web part, by default there are 4 things that are presented. One is grid layout, list layout, carousel layout, and film strip layout, where we can display the documents or report to the highlighted content web part. And we can also display the title of the highlighted content web part. If we want to display the title, then we can enable the toggle control option, else we can disable the toggle control option over there. You can see this is how it looks like. Under the layout option, if you want to enable it, we can enable show title and comments option, else we can disable it. And these are the 5 layout options available. One is grid, list, carousel, compact, and film strip layout in highlight content web part. And maximum we can display is 500 items at a time. We cannot display more than that. And if we want to hide this web part when there is nothing to show, else data dynamically it is not presented, in that case we can choose this option. If there is no data to display, then we can hide this web part. For that we can check this check icon. Now I will show in the modern SharePoint site pages how it looks like. Select the highlighted content web part, click on the edit web part. Here you can see under the layout options, show title and comments. If we enable it, we can see here the most recent images and documents. If we disable it, we cannot see the title over there in highlighted content web part. If you want to display the title in highlighted content web part, then we can enable it, else we can disable it. And by default it will be in grid layout. We can choose, this is how the grid layout looks like. When we choose the list layout, here you can see the highlighted content web part displays the data dynamically from the SharePoint site in the list layout manner. In the same way, carousel manner, here you can see it will go next like this, and compact layout looks like this, and the film strip layout looks like this. And maximum, as I already said, we can display only 500 items in the modern SharePoint site highlighted content web part. And if you want to hide this web part when there is nothing to show, we can select this check icon and we can close this properties panel and click on the republish icon so that the changes will be reflected in our modern SharePoint site pages. And when you refresh the page, here you can see it displays the data in the film strip layout. With this we come to the end of this video. If you like this video, please click on the like button and share with your friends, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And these are the free video tutorials that are available in our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.